Hello students, welcome to the online lecture series of Advanced Concrete Technology. So in last lecture I have discussed about ground penetration radar method of non-destructive testing of concrete. So here in this lecture I am going to tell you about probe penetration method. The next NDT for concrete is probe penetration test, or you can say Windsor probe test. Okay, so first of all, what does it mean, the probe penetration test? And one thing I am telling you, that you all must watch videos on YouTube. Okay, the videos are available on YouTube regarding all these tests. Okay, all these and entity test for your better understanding. So you can go through that test through YouTube. Okay, so what does it mean about probe penetration test? See, in probe penetration test, gun is used to penetrate a probe. Probe means here probe stands for steel rod. Okay, so when you are inserting steel rod or when you are penetrating steel rod into the concrete, so you have to use a gun. Okay, so means with the help of gun you can penetrate that steel rod into the concrete and measuring the exposed length of the probe. So how much length of that probe is going inside the concrete, or how much is exposed here, the length of the concrete, so that you have to measure the exposed length of the gun, okay, of the steel rod, sorry. So the strength of the concrete is determined from the penetration depth by the probe driven into the concrete by a given amount of energy generated by standard charge of powder. So how you will detect the strength of the concrete of a particular specimen? Just you have to penetrate that probe or the depth of that probe driven into the concrete by a given amount of energy. See, you need some energy, for the penetration of that probe. Means it is not ऐसा नहीं है कि just you touch the surface of the concrete specimen and it goes into the concrete. No, it does not happen. You have to give certain amount of energy which is charged by a powder. Okay, so that with the help of that energy, that probe will go inside the concrete. Okay, so the depth of the concrete, how much that probe goes, depends on the strength of the concrete. So that determines the strength of the concrete. So this test is commercially known as Windsor probe test. It is based principle that the penetration depth is inversely proportional to the compressive strength of the concrete. See, if the probe is gone, or the probe goes deep inside the concrete, then the strength of the concrete is less. Means this is inversely proportional to the strength of the concrete. If the probe goes little bit into the concrete, that means the strength is more. Okay, so it is inversely proportional to it. Means यदि डेप्थ ज़्यादा, यदि पेनिट्रेट ज़्यादा हुआ है, it means strength concrete का कम है. Okay, this is inversely proportional, but relation depends on the hardness of concrete. So the frictional resistance to the probe and the energy absorbed by cracking of concrete are assumed to be neglected. So here you have, these are the limitations of this test. Probe penetration is not strongly affected by the near surface condition. So these are some limitations too, and assumptions too. So the test should not be carried out in the vicinity steel reinforcement. So see here the diagram here. So this is the complete picture of probe test. So this is the concrete, okay, and here this line shows the crack. Okay, means you need to check the strength of this concrete, no, and this one is probe. Okay, probe is just like a steel rod which is driven into the concrete by means of some energy, and that energy is generated by some powder. Okay, So this probe will go deep inside this concrete, and with the help of this you will going to know the strength of this concrete. So how much it goes inside the concrete will give you the strength. So it goes deep inside the concrete, it means the strength is very poor. Okay, so and if the probe does not getting too deep inside the concrete, that means the strength of that concrete is too much high. So this is inversely proportional to the strength of the concrete. And here, so this one is the rod which is above the surface, that is known as exposed length. So this exposed length will give you the strength of the concrete. Okay, so this is about probe test. So you will see some videos too through YouTube. So see conical failure zone during probe test. So table is prepared from chart which relates exposed probe length to the compressive strength of different aggregate hardness as measured by Mohs hardness scale of minerals. So this is a exposed probe length 20, 30, 40. This is the probe length, and here compressive strength. See here gravel of hardness Mohs scale is 3 and here 7. Okay, hardness scale you know na, 0 to 10. So here 3 the gravel of hardness of 3 and here gravel of hardness of 7. So here the chart between compressive strength and exposed probe length. So in brief, what is penetration test probe, Windsor probe test? It is a penetration resistance test based on the surface hardness of a concrete element. So the surface hard means the strength which we have to find of the concrete specimen is based on the surface hardness of that specimen. Means उसके surface का hardness क्या है वो आपको strength provide करेगा. Means it depends on the surface hardness of the concrete element. So once established, the surface hardness is used to estimate concrete strength. So this is all about Windsor probe test. Okay. See, I am going to play a video based on penetration test on concrete, like this Windsor penetration test. So just look, this is an animated video. Okay.
Penetration tests on concrete. Penetration resistance methods are aggressive NDT procedures that are used to determine the strength properties of concrete. This method is done by driving probes into concrete samples using a uniform force. The most commonly used penetration resistance method is the Windsor probe system. The system consists of a powder-actuated gun, which is used to drive hardened alloy steel probes into concrete structures and measuring unit. A probe of diameter 6.5 mm and length 8 cm is used for testing. The gun is placed on the required location and probe is forced onto the concrete sample. The depth of penetration of the probe provides the indication of the compressive strength of the concrete. The depth of penetration is generally correlated with the compressive strength of concrete. The main disadvantage of this method is it makes a hole and damages the structure, and the accuracy of the result is quite low compared to other testing methods. Thank you for watching.
So this is all about probe penetration test. Now the next is break-off method. Okay. So this is also a non-destructive testing method of concrete. So in 1979, R. Johnson developed a break-off method in Cement and Concrete Research Institute in Norway. Okay. So firstly, it was developed by the Rar Johnson, okay, in 1979. So it's a simple, inexpensive and robust method to determine the in situ flexural strength of the concrete. So from here we are getting flexural strength nor compressive strength. We are not getting here compressive strength, we are getting here flexural strength of the concrete. So this is the important one here. Means you can see, or this question will come in MCQs also, कि break off method determines what, ये compressive strength or split tensile test or flexural test. So this method, break off method, is for flexural test of concrete, to determine flexural test of concrete. So the test specimen is prepared by either inserting a plastic tube into the fresh concrete or drilling into the hardened concrete shortly before the test. Okay, so we can do break off method for fresh concrete as well as for hard concrete. Okay, so the parameter measured by break off method is the force required to break off a cylindrical core from a concrete structure. So cylindrical core means we are making cylinder na in concrete lab. So you have to make cylinders, okay, and we have to fracture that cylinder by the help of break off method. Break off means the name itself reflecting everything na. It is the force required to break off a cylindrical core from a concrete structure. So उसको break करने में कितना force आपको लग रहा है, that will give you a flexural strength of the concrete. So the force required to break off the core is taken as measure of flexural strength of concrete and can be correlated with compressive strength. If you have flexural strength, then we can by the help of some formulas we can calculate compressive strength too. So the test specimen of concrete has 50 mm diameter and 70 mm height. Okay, the method is suitable for testing concrete at early ages on low strength. Means when the concrete gets hard na, then you don't need to take this test. Means this test is for the fresh concrete, means the concrete which attains less plastic stage. Okay, means low strength. Means you don't have to take test on 28 days strength. You can means 15 days or 10 days. Okay, so this method is suitable for testing concrete at early ages only. So the lower strength limit of the reliability was given with 1 to 2 megapascal only. So accuracy of result obtained by break off test is 20% plus minus. So what is the method here to perform this test? See, this is the diagram schematic of break off method. So here a pump supplies hydraulic fluid to the jack that applies a horizontal force to the top of the core. Okay. So in this test, a pump supplies hydraulic fluid to the jack that applies a horizontal force to the top of the core. So parallelly you just see this diagram, okay, of break off test. So reaction to the horizontal force is provided by a ring that bears against the counter bow here. This is concrete core, okay, and here hydraulic pump, here pressure gauge, reacting force, okay, here reaction force. So reaction to the horizontal force is provided by a ring that bears against the counter bow. So here, okay, then the force on the core is gradually increases by means of pump until the core ruptures at its base. So from here you have to provide the force, okay, here pump is here na, so you have to provide force gradually, okay. So which by means pump increases by means of pump until the core ruptures at its base. Then pressure gauge device measure the maximum pressure in bars required to break off the specimen. Just उसमें क्या करना है कि ये जो प्रेशर गेज है ये क्या करेगा, जस्ट नोट डाउन करेगा कि कितने प्रेशर पर आपका ये स्पेसिमेन ब्रेक हुआ है. सो दैट विल बी योर reading. Okay, break off test is not recommended for concrete having nominal aggregate size greater than 25 mm. See, these are the limitations and assumptions for break off test. So it is useful for determining the time of formwork removal, as you cannot use break off test for the fully matured concrete or fully strength developed concrete. So you don't use this break off test for that kind of things. Just but by the help of break off test we can detect the time for formwork removal. Okay, because when at the time of formwork removal the concrete will not attain the complete strength. Okay, so partial strength will be there. So at that time you can use break off analysis. The monitoring of in situ strength of offshore platforms, cast in slip form and situ testing old concrete. So for this you can use, means you cannot use this test for high strength, okay, or maximum strength. So this is all about break off test. Now the next test is maturity method test. So the maturity method is a technique to account for the combined effects of time and temperature on the strength development of concrete. See, this one is the most important one. See, at certain point of time, means so many years ago, it had believed that strength is just depends on the time, not on temperature. Okay, but by some research it has proven that strength concrete development is depends on both the time and temperature too. So this I have already told you in unit number 1 in maturity of concrete. I have explained you one numerical as well for this kind of thing. So maturity of concrete, what says? It says increase in strength of concrete is not only depends upon curing period of concrete but also on the temperature at which concrete is cured. So likewise it is the function of summation of product of time and temperature. So this is for maturity method. Maturity method means where the method comes actually from the maturity concept too. Okay, I have told you unit 1 maturity concept of concrete. From there only this method came into existence. So it depends on both the time and temperature. So this method provides a relatively simple approach for making reliable estimates of in-place strength during construction. Okay, so the origin of this method can be traced to work on steam curing of concrete, because we have to undergo our concrete in temperature. Okay, because the main concept of maturity concept is that concrete strength not only depends on time but also on temperature. So this we have to prove here. So some research also had been taken during early days. Okay, so maturity rule states that, what maturity rule says, that concrete of the same makes at the same maturity has approximately the same strength whatever combination of temperature and time go to make up that maturity. So this is the function of both time and temperature. See this figure. Okay, the figure you are looking now. So this figure shows the concept that for the same mixture, concrete cured longer in a cold environment can have the same maturity index as concrete cured for a shorter period in a hot environment. So from figure what they have concluded that in both the condition concrete showed the same strength. Okay, same maturity index. Okay, it showed. So means in cold environment and in hot environment, but the only thing which is quite different is that in cold environment they have kept for longer time, but in hot environment condition they have kept for shorter period of time. So this is the difference between, means time. So here, see here, the temperature here, just a minute. See, this is concrete. Okay, now cold and hot. Okay, for cold condition time is more, means they have kept for greater time period, for longer time period in a cold environment, and in hot environment they have kept for less environment, means they have kept for shorter period. Okay, in cold and hot temperature, but the concrete remains same. So these are the two concretes, no? So these are the two concretes, so they will show the same maturity index, means a concrete in one cold region and in one hot region. So this is the graph of concrete strength or maturity. Okay, so concrete strength increases for certain maturity, then after the constant rate will be there. Okay, so this is about maturity concept. So in maturity method they have just taken maturity concept only. So according to South, see second question, second para here, according to South's maturity rule, the strength of these hot and cold batches of concrete will be approximately the same at that maturity, and it is also not an NDT method but a useful technique for finding in place strength. It is the procedure to account for the combined effects of time and temperature on stress development for different elevated temperature curing processes. So it was proposed by Nurse-Saul that the product of temperature and time. So this is the maturity concept only. I have already discussed in unit number 1. So this is all about maturity concept. So this is just a maturity method which is based on maturity concept. Now next will be your last lecture of unit 3rd, and I will cover the rest of the test which is left now. Okay, so just go through some videos and try to understand in a better way. Okay, thank you.